Hey everybody, it is Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong, and I'm working on a journal page this morning. I thought I would just sit down for a few minutes before I have to go to work. I'm going to use my method that I like to use to make art journal pages, and it is the GR.E.A.T method. It's just an acronym for some steps. It's a very easy formula. I have some beautiful textured wallpaper, and I've been thinking, how can I use this? And I just decided I want to try something with it. The design is pretty raised up on the paper, so I'm hoping this will work. We're gonna check it out and see. Oh, I think this has more in it. I came out here last night to do some things, and I went ahead and painted these two pages black. So that's my ground level, or my ground floor. And there's so many different things you can do to make the ground floor or the base of your page. It doesn't have to be a solid color. You can use scrapbook paper as your ground level. You can use just the blank white page. You can use, you know, a light coating, a pattern. It doesn't matter. The ground floor is just what you're going to use as the base. I just want to see if I can put a light layer of paint. Oh, I've still got black in my brush, it looks like. Let's rinse that one more time. So, I could be getting that from the side of the jar too. This wallpaper is paintable. It's a lot of fun to have something like this. It's exciting, and then sometimes I get things like this and then I think, well, what am I going to do with it? But let's try this. I just want to see. I don't want to get too much down in the crevices because I want to have the design on my black paper here. So let's just see what happens. And I did cut the paper to fit the page size. Oh my goodness, I think it's gonna work. Wow, I like that. Oh look, I see this is perfect too. I love just experimenting because you don't know what you're gonna get. And I think I'm gonna use this as my ephemera layer, and I'm not gonna carry the repeating pattern all the way over to here. Well, maybe I could like get a little bit more off. Just, I don't know if it's gonna make a difference because I wanna use this. Oh, I just love this so much. Let me think about this. Okay, I do want to have, I love the way it picked up the black. And, oh, I don't want to mess this up. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more pattern over here and pick up some more black. I hope it picks up more black. That made it look, oh, it picked up even better. Oh my gosh, that's so perfect. So again, this is a paintable wallpaper, really beautiful. Okay, so let me think. Jason always laughs at me because I say, okay, so, and it sounds like queso. Okay, so. Okay, let's think about this for a second. I know I want to cut this out and have that be the ephemera. Let me turn the dryer on for just a second, or a minute or two while I'm thinking. I think for the retreat, I'm going to have to cut out some pieces of paper this size and paint them black ahead of time, and then cut some of these out so that we can use this in the journals that we're making. I love this. Oh, I don't know how much of this. Let's start by bringing the dots with us. I thought about just cutting out the flower, but I love these dots around the edges. I love the way they turned out. So I'm not sure I want to use those. So we've got G as the ground floor. The repeating pattern is picking up that white paint and pressing it down with this wallpaper. And then for the ephemera, E is ephemera, I want to use, this just turned out so beautifully. I definitely want to use this. I think I'm going to just make a straight line here so we can fit it neatly onto the page. I love the way that looks. So let's put that right there. See if I can get some glue out of here. Once again, the lid is gone. I think everybody just needs to give up on me putting the lid on the glue. Here we go. Oops, I don't want to do that. Okay, I like that. For the art portion of this, I have an idea. Yeah, see, there's a page that size. I need to cut out some of these and paint them for the retreat. I'm going to, not I need to, I'm going to. That would be a good one. Okay, this is a good size. This has been folded. So let's take this. This is some heavy paper that feels sort of watercolory. And I want to, I don't know if I can make the shape of a tulip. I kind of want some blue in all of this. I think this has caught my eye, and I'm just thinking about how that would look. Have these shapes in blue. Let's cut one out. I'm going to go cut a little bit beyond the pencil line. And then let's get out some of this Neptune blue. And we'll try to paint inside of that pencil line. But I think I'm going to add some darker color on top of that anyway, no matter what. And it's okay if it's a little bit messy. I wonder, put a little bit on the edges and still try to leave the line, the pencil line, visible. It's kind of quirky. Let me get the dryer out and dry these. I love that acrylic paint dries quickly. And I wonder if we can make, it doesn't have to be solid, you know, all the way around this other line that we're adding. I'm trying really hard not to go through any wet paint. Oops. We're going to cut that, so that's okay. I'm starting to really maybe fine-tune a few things for the retreat. If you are watching this and you're going to be at the retreat, I think it would be a lot of fun to trade artist trading cards or something so that the other participants can remember who you are. And I think, or have a little piece of your art to take home. I think Jay is planning to bring some supplies for artist trading cards, and I have some saved up as well that I'm going to have at the scrap exchange. You can make some ahead if you want to, because obviously there are going to be, I think about 15 people. I set the limit at 15. It looks like we're full, although there are a couple of people who have extenuating circumstances and may not be able to make it. So I think I have potentially 16 names on the list, but probably 15 firms, and at least one of those could have something come up at the last minute, something that just cannot be said no to. So what I was thinking, if you want to make them up ahead of time, your artist trading card or a decorated playing card, or if you make creative business cards or whatever, just something that everybody can put in their journal. And I think it would be a whole lot of fun for everybody to at least make a quick junk journal. We will see. Pretty much everybody at the retreat does junk journaling, but I think we could have one or maybe two who has not done that in the past, and I do want to have some guidelines for those people. Okay, let me so I like those spread out a little bit. And for the stems, I am wondering if I just want to cut out some bright scrapbook paper for that part. Oh, look, this was right on the edge of the shelf. I think when we talk about the way we work and different styles, that would be a perfect example of why I like things sitting out where I can see them. And I don't function well with things always put up and hidden. I do have organization out here, and I'm going to do a second part to my recent studio tour to show you some of the organization. You have to have some or you would never find anything. But I do like things to be sitting out where I can see them. That's true. Let's cut that down a tiny bit. And make that kind of layered. This is the art part of this. We had the ground floor repeating pattern, and then this is the art, and then we will add some texture. These flowers add texture, but you know, it's if you do all 5 layers, and you don't have to do all 5. That's part of the beauty of that easy formula. If you don't want to do all 5, you definitely don't have to, and you can also move them around. I would say the ground floor is the only thing you can't, because obviously it's the ground floor, but I think you know what I mean. If you wanted to interchange the art and the repeating pattern, because sometimes it is very pretty. A lot of times it is very pretty to have a repeating pattern over something on the page, over and under. So keep that in mind. Those there. I'm gonna hold that for just a few seconds to try to get that to bond a little bit more. I don't care if it stands up a little bit, but I don't want it to get bent when I turn the page. For the texture, what do I want to put on here? I'm just looking at this little stamp. This is an individually crafted work of art. Any smudges, splotches, or other irregularities are intentional and do not diminish the quality of this piece in any way. I think I might put that on there for the texture on some fabric. You just grab a piece of white or off-white fabric. Hopefully that will work. What color do I want that to be stamped? I'm gonna try something. I can see it, but it's not really easy to read. And sometimes if you put the tiniest bit of moisture onto a page, I do see that it's getting some blue on there, and that's okay. Let's see if that makes a difference. If you get too much water, the ink spreads, and then you definitely can't read it. And I don't want that to happen. And you can also be ready to hit it with a hairdryer as soon as you stamp it. There. So look at the difference. That is the one where I put the tiniest bit of moisture in the fabric, and there's the one with just the ink. So we're definitely going to go with the one that you can read a little better. And I might dry that just a couple of seconds more to keep that from running. It's almost like a little fence. Let's tear that piece off the top if we can. I might have to cut it because So I don't know, have any of you seen this series? It's an Amazon Prime original called Daisy Jones and the Six. I think it's somewhat based on Fleetwood Mac, at least that's what I read. And I enjoyed that a lot. I thought it was really good. Didn't know if anybody else has seen that. The lead female in the series is Elvis Presley's granddaughter, and she can really sing. So she and the male lead ended up coming out with an album because of this series, and it's some really good music. I've added some of it to my playlist at work. All right. So let's put that there. I love that. How can it be the 6th already? So there we go. I'm going to stop there. There's probably something I could do in here. I don't know that I want to, though, just to help tie the pages together, because I'm just really happy with that the way it is. Perfectly fine with that. And we're going to leave this. So that page curled somewhere. I had painted it with the black paint. Maybe we can help it not to do that. Oh, I like that a lot. So that's my art session for this morning. I have to be at work at 10. It's 8 o'clock right now. I've been washing clothes. I have fed the cats. I want to do a few more things out here, and I will be back really soon. Bye for now.